you are because it helped build, you know, Los Angeles styles, and basically they're my mentors.
One time I went to drive his car and it was so bad. How could you get 32,000 miles on a car that's less than a year old? He would take 30 to 40 mile runs several times a night from where we lived in Ventura area clear to LA to Orange County and back again, and in his trunk was solid spray cans.
The brightest red. Fever red's more like a watermelon color. Intense red's like Banner red. Light red, you know, I don't know.
This is Montana's Paint's distribution warehouse for all of North America. Spray paint specifically for graffiti, aerosol art. Gotta stop saying that.
We're not condoning graft. We're not directly putting these cans in kids' hands and saying, go out and crush stuff.
99% of the customers are graffiti artists. When this paint first started hitting the streets in America, everyone was like, that shit is way too expensive. It's never available in stores where you can shoplift it. Now, the quality of the paint is so high, people are giving up shoplifting. Or they shoplift other stuff they can sell so they can buy Montana. With pocket cans, you go to clubs and you get patted down, I can always get these things in. And then you take another step further with these little things. Poltergeist, it glows in the dark. This stuff, it's just paint remover. This is a must-have as far as I'm concerned because I've ruined so many jackets and shoes. I definitely think I've been affected by the solvents over the last 20 years of my life. I've actually gone to some doctors about it. I'm like, yeah, I paint graffiti. I've been doing it since I was a teenager. I'm in my 30s, and I've emptied a lot of paint cans, and seriously, a lot of paint. And they're all like, oh, don't worry about it. It's okay. And I'm like, well, I've heard rumors that it like affects like your bladder and like your nervous system and stuff. And they're like, I don't think you could really breathe in that much. And I'm like, no, I don't think you understand. The place is probably half full. There's probably about maybe 40,000 cans of paint in here right now. Knowing that people go through that many caps in like 2 weeks is like, that is a lot of vandalism. Like, holy shit.
You guys gotta send us a bunch of pistachio next time.
Have I ever felt guilty? I don't think so. No. There's graffiti in the world. I'm not the only guy that's going to write graffiti. I'm not going to stop writing graffiti because there's a guy that has to clean it up. It just sounds like a stupid teenager, but that's his job. I'm helping him out. Like, if there were people writing graffiti, they wouldn't need this guy, you know? Care less. Everybody feels sorry for somebody. I have a job, too. People have written graffiti on my store before, and I'm like, okay, you know what? That's okay. You know, like, I can't control that. I'm not going to get all Christian fundamentalist about it, you know, like, oh my God, your morals and your judge, you know, I mean, come on. Just let it go, dude. I hate religion. I hate fundamentalists of any sort, and I don't believe in a fucking snake in a tree. I'm not stupid. The Bible carries a message. To take it literally misses the entire point. And that same very message can be found without any knowledge of religion at all. Like, people will be good back to you if you're just good to people, like, you know, if you're honest. Like, those are things that people realize, you know, without religion having to tell you and make you feel guilty about shit. That shit is whack. Yeah. Oh, all gone? No. Shut up. Uni paint doesn't make the broad paint markers anymore?
Rack Sharpie?
Yeah.
Those are paint.
You don't need to be fucking David Copperfield, fucking David Blaine to get a couple of markers out of a store. But it helps in tight situations, you know? I shoplifted since I was like, what, 5, 6? It's like a game. You go in the store, you G them up, like, hey, what's going on? You got that customer shopkeep thing going on, and they have no idea that you're stealing, no idea. Or they know you're stealing, they've seen you in their mad times, and they still can't fucking stop me because I'm so nice.
Me and him are like dead opposites. I think of consequences that aren't even there, and with him, it's just, you know, I feel like getting a CD player, or I feel like getting this or getting that or whatever, and he'll just go out and do it.
There's mad things that I will not pay for. Will not pay for. Will not pay for any type of Gore-Tex jacket. I will not pay for any type of like meats, like chicken cutlets, steaks. Won't pay for that. Definitely racking that. I've spent money on shit before, you know what I'm saying, and then felt like really stupid about it. Like, yo, I could have racked that shit.
How do I feel about it? It got me through high school.
These markers suck. What a waste of my time. I mean, I'll take it, but I'm not going to be that happy about it.
The city and county pay $250 million a year, our tax dollars, to people to work with gangs and paint out graffiti. So why is our entire city filled with gangs and graffiti except for where I am? They don't understand proactive and reactive, and that's the problem with the city's program. They wait for someone to call and say, oh, there's some graffiti at the corner of Fairfax and Pico, come paint the graffiti down. They should have somebody calling them. They should already be there. There used to be thousands of pieces of graffiti down here. Everything down here used to be hit up, and now it's basically spotless. They'll let these signs get tagged up all over the city. So this is a Crip gang. Let's say they're doing a project down in another part of the city where there's no Crips, they're all Bloods. The Bloods know who this is. So now the Bloods will think, hey, they came into my area and wrote on my stuff. They'll now come over to our neighborhood and they'll start shooting people up. Those people have a better chance to stay alive without that gang graffiti taunting them every time. The city refuses to clean those signs, refuses. Yet they have the budget to do it. You know what, I mean, I may not even have to rub this stuff. It'll just melt right off. The city used to hand out stuff that was carcinogenic. The stuff got on my hands and started peeling the skin off my hand. How long were we here? 2 minutes? I just don't understand why this stuff doesn't get done. They would rather leave that stuff up there or use chemicals that are bad for people or eat up the equipment and buy a new piece of equipment because you know why? They got a budget. They got to buy so many tractors in a year. Why don't we just maintain the old equipment? That's what happened with Joe Conley in the city of Los Angeles. Joe figured it out. This is gorgeous. This is beautiful. But see, then as soon as you turn around from this artwork, look at this pile of crap over here on the sign. There's like 14 pieces of graffiti. They etch up the sign. They got all this stuff here. They got this thing here. They got a little bitch tag up there. This is what pisses people off. Why do a piece of artwork and then vandalize something? I don't get it. I don't get it.
This wall hasn't been patrolled for a long time, and when you don't patrol your walls, these toys just start fucking around and painting over it. And you run out of this kind of paint, but you're way in the middle of nowhere, you know? So what we do when we run out and there's a little bit left, is you piss inside to make a little bit more. You leave a little bit of yourself in every wall. I want you to put sticks under those posters and have characters holding it, you know? It'll incorporate to the wall. That's some clever shit. Don't do drugs. It's a Teekaeoh. And it's TKO. It never looks like this. It's just, you know, a little sketch. And then he's going to do like a little cartoon character in a boxing ring. Kids like that type of stuff. And the people like it. They appreciate that type of stuff. And they leave the wall up longer, you know? I was 2 years old, and my brother and my cousin were hearing the ice cream truck pass by, and they were like, go get us some ice cream. You know, me like a dumbass goes across the street, grabs the ice cream, comes walking. As soon as I get a little taste of ice cream, a big truck comes. Bang! And since then, I was just always interested in colors and art, you know?
He started drawing in the table, in the wall, in the bathroom. He was in the bathroom and he was writing, and I get mad at him. I told him, "You gonna clean it up?"
What year was that?
I don't think when you was 8 or 9 years.
That would have been 1980. See, I'm old school, man.
Backyard, I have one picture that I told him to do it, and he did it, and I like it. That's the kind of art that I like. But to go over there and outside and do the graffiti, I don't like it. And one day he showed me that he painting right here want a big heart,